look at Defense Exhibit 5, at Defense Exhibit 5 such that I can give court the proper.
Defense exhibits are page number, proceeding exhibits are not page number. This is a defense exhibit, so it has a number. So you could follow.
If you look at samples 9,
9. Yes.
you've seen the TY. And the T small. It's in comparable amounts, right?
Yes, so that would indicate a male.
Sample 10.
Again, a male.
Sample 11.
Male.
Sample 12.
Male.
Sample 16.
Very low level male.
Those samples are largely male. They belong to the deceased, right?
I haven't recorded that, so it's definitely a male profile, I'd expect from those quantifications.
Okay. So I want you to look at the electropherogram.
4.
Sample 1 was not contaminated.
Sample 1, the reference from Henry.
Yes. Page 1. Sample 009. Is that page? So this is defense exhibit. That page 23, my lord, was defense exhibit 5. There was also no sign of ladder contamination.
Sample 9 has indications of DNA from more than one person, so no
Yes,
ladder
answer.
contamination. But there is a mixture in that one.
And the same with the sample S10, S010. I know that is at page 25.
Yes, no evidence of ladder contamination.
And also with sample S011 is at page 20. Do you see the T? My lord, I'm making reference to page 56, Defense Exhibit 5. Do you see the ratios? T small.
Yes,
Is that?
0.07.
Sample 19.
Yes, TY is 0.07.
And T small?
0.14.
That's an indication of what?
That there's likely male and female DNA in there.
But you notice that they are different.
They are different, yes.
How do male and female DNA, but they are different?
It all depends on the nature of the DNA profiling result. You can't make any inferences from this alone. You have to combine it with what the DNA profiling result is showing. If it's multiple persons involved, then the ratio, as you would ordinarily do for single source, is obsolete.
Missingly, varying ratios in a sample is a sign actually that there is no cross-contamination. Not so.
No, that's not correct.
If cross-contamination occur, wouldn't you expect those ratios to be the same?
No. It depends what cross-contamination has occurred,
Where it has occurred.
where it's occurred, where it's from. Is it multiple? Is it single? The ratios do not help at all with contamination.
But it would be a sign.
No. Not at all, because you don't actually know what that sample consisted of, and therefore you cannot determine from the quantification contamination. It's not possible.
So, meaning that, if I'm to go by your answer, you therefore had no basis to come to the conclusion that any of these samples had any cross-contamination whatsoever. And what you were opining to is mere guesswork, Ms. Hingley.
No. Because the reference DNA samples of
Did you look at these ratios?
Yes, I did, but the ratios are meaningless in respect of contamination. In the
You are saying that that because the reference DNA samples
of Henry, Molly and Patricia the crime stain itself, we don't know what that profile contains. And therefore, the fact that the references were run with the samples, the presence of DNA from Henry, Molly or Patricia could not be eliminated as not actually originating from that sample, but as a result of contamination. There's no way of knowing, which is why references should never be run with crime stains.
Go to the previous page. Just to prove to you that what you're saying you are not knowledgeable about. Of Defense Exhibit 5.
that is page.
Let me confirm for you, my lord. Yes, my lord. Do you see the on sample 004?
Yes,
Isn't it 42.81
yes,
nanograms?
it is, yes.
81. That was the reference sample, right?
It was, yes.
Go to sample 17.
Yes. Yes.
You see the contribution at 0.04 nanograms.
Yes.
Was any transfer or contamination as you allege in that data?
No, because we don't.
Couldn't.
No, because we don't know the true sample, what was in that sample to start with.
So the truth is you did not have any information.
It's not scientifically possible to make any references from the data regards contamination.
Okay.
No scientist can.
Okay.
It's not possible to.
Infer anything from the quantification data in relation to contamination, because we do not know what was in that sample to begin with.
Singly. So, if it was not possible, it therefore means that you had no basis to even ever come to any conclusion in your report that there was gross contamination in this particular case. Not so.
I haven't actually said that contamination happened from the
haven't-
references. I haven't said that it has happened. I have said that there is a significant risk of it happening, something we could never determine because the references were run on the same batch. No one can confirm.
I will take the interpretation alone.
Ekireti kya olwaliro olutomanyizi akikole kupapula olwokubanza kibaleka nti akabobo okutabulwatabulwa kwona hali ebyagoberera okuluga hali omugenzi Henry kandi ebyagoberera ebindi ebyahaibere enamba ezenzibonera n'abakukuluga hali mwenda kweka 12 nabyo byona bikoleka nti bitabemo okutabulwatabulwa kwona kandi byona bikagobererwa hamu n'ebindi byona tereezebwa nti kakusangwa byahira hali mole byabaire biteranizibwemu nabyo bikubaire ekintu kintu kyona kikubaire kitungireho hali obuhangwa bwa mole kandi bitabwirwe urupapuro rundi hari rutogoranire namba 56 rukurikira obucwekacweka obukwawukana kandi byona bikoleka nti hariho zaidi hariho ekicweka ky'omushaija n'ekyomukazi mu bipimo bingi baitu kikikweka nti ekicweka obukwawukana buno okugamba nti kiba nikyoleka nti haba hatariho rundi bikaho ekyayitabwirwemu obwanga bw'omuntu bwona hamu ahokuba nti obwanga bw'abantu bano bwona hamu bukasangibwa ng'okukyali nikinihirwa kandi niko kyabaire nabwekyo nti byasangirwe rundi byazoirwe tikiri kirungi rundi kinikire okuba nibyo nibadindiraho kandi harupapuro lwa 55 nikyo kimu rukolekya nti akabaho ebintu olundi okuhereza okukwangwa abantu okukwawukana okuluga hali buli muntu kandi kakuba habaireho okuteranizibwa kwona nti byakubaire nibyoleka tabulwatabulwa kandi abokuba kino kisobola kumanyibwa omulingo gwona kakusangwa omulingo gwona ogw'enkola yona ebakoleseize kandi amazima gali nti takatugambire nti hakabaho okutabulwatabulwa baitu ekikulu kyamunekeze natugamba nti hakabaho omubisa gwa haigulu muno ebintu bino byona okuba nibyetabulwatabulwa
Missingly, if gloves were not changed while handling these exhibits, they could be a vector to transfer DNA.
Yes,
That's what you said.
yes.
Do you have any evidence that gloves in this case were not changed regularly?
No, it's merely an
You
observation.
don't have.
It's an opportunity.
You also made reference to figure 13. I think this should be at your page 6, if I'm not wrong, of your report, referring to the gun being held with a gloved hand.
Yes,
Please confirm that the person holding that gun was actually wearing a glove.
yes, they were wearing gloves, but nothing
Okay.
else.
Missingly, that picture only shows actually the hand and the gun.
This particular picture
Yeah,
shows
so
a gloved
please
hand.
answer to what I have asked you.
That picture shows the example of the gloved hand. However, there are other pictures that show no personal protective equipment was
I have not yet
worn.
gone to other pictures. I am specific to figure 13.
Yes.
The person holding the gun has on gloves, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay. And if the hand is properly gloved, then it would not contaminate the DNA on the pistol, correct?
If it's a clear glove, then that removes the vector, yes.
Do you notice, or did you consider, that there is a paper upon which that gun was placed?
I couldn't determine the surface on which it was placed. It had clearly been moved. It had been moved from the
Please.
bed.
Please repeat your answer.
I couldn't 100% determine what surface it's on. So if I'm told it's a clean piece of paper, then if that paper
That's
has been...
sufficient.
Sorry?
That's sufficient. Couldn't determine. That's sufficient.
But it's been moved.
So when you testified in this court that gun was placed directly on the tile on the floor, it is a sign that you were biased and you were just guessing.
No, from my interpretation, there appears to be linear striations on the photograph as equivalent to the tiles on the floor. If you say that that definitely is not tiled and is paper, then obviously my evaluation changes.
Okay. All right. Can I have? Yes, my dear, that's what I'm doing. Ms. Singley. You also made references about the procedure of making the gun safe.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Do you have any information that the right procedure for making the gun safe were not followed?
I have no information whatsoever regards the scene, but it's another
No, that's enough.
observation.
You have already.
I'm not saying it's happened, it's an observation.
All right. My understanding also is that the comments you made on figure 18 was also an observation, and you don't have any information confirming the same, right?
That's correct, it's an observation, it's very poor laboratory practice, and it's allowing an opportunity for transfer, which should not be happening,
It was just an observation.
of course.
My Lord, I'm praying for prosecution exhibit 6. Thank you. Of all the photos you make reference about, do you know at what stage the photos were taken?
No, I have no laboratory examination results at all.
Okay. Do you know the purpose for which they were taken?
The purpose?
Yes.
No, there's no documentation at all.
Let's look at the application.
Akabaho aibere nakwata emonde akabajaira akabera kengalo baitu baibere kukumaliza nti akabatala okumusagwa okutabula wanga w'abantu abakuba kyalowo mazima agakoleka nti bakabanyi bahindurahindura ogwabagana okwata ekintu ekindi kandi mbugali mazima nti omuntu abaire nagikwatire akabalwaire akabeera kya mikono kandi nti kukakuba omuntu abalwaire omungalo kyanguyire kutabulatabula ekintu kyona amundu eno kuleka nti emundu eno ekateekebwa aseminti okusigikira muhali ebisani ebimu ebya roseri bayituuka kusobola kwetegereza nti mazimako ekaba
and it's already coming to 1. My proposal is we do an early lunch and then come back so that I'm able to traverse the topic in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, my lord. Oda woli sweet oliddeko tonalyako sweet mwana wange ogende bakuleetere sweet
I'm not accounting for
bazalira n'omukisa kirabika
then a ridge. One, then a ridge.
Yes, so you won't get a useful finger mark from a grip.
So you agree with me that it has no contact points?
The gun itself, the grip itself is not suitable for fingerprints.
For fingerprints. By that, fingerprints, therefore, were not suitable with regard to the...
The rest of the gun, the smooth surfaces would have been...
Can I finish? With respect to what you have just told us of the butt and the grip is not practicable in this case. Not so.
On the grip, on any gun with the grip where it's ridged, you can't get fingerprints from the grips.
Okay. Please confirm that a trigger has a small surface area.
It does.
In fact, by virtue of its size, only a fingertip as opposed to a full print can be got on the trigger.
I'm not
Right?
a fingerprint expert, so by process of pure size, yes, but I'm not an expert. I don't know what they are able to get off triggers.
You have said that you're not a fingerprint expert, but you'll agree with me that in order to get a full fingerprint, you require proper surface. You require a surface that is suitable, and then you require equal or greater size of a fingerprint itself.
I do not know the criteria of enough information in a fingerprint, so I couldn't say the extent of the surface required.
All right. That, since you say you're not an expert in that area, that saves us quite a bit of time there. But as a DNA analyst, you are also an investigator of some sort.
In which respect?
Investigating crime and other related issues.
I'm reviewing scientific data, yes.
So in these circumstances, you are a reviewer and you're not a DNA analyst.
I interpreted the DNA. Back home, a person that takes a case to court is not a DNA analyst. They're completely separate entities and different skill sets.
So in this case, you interpreted the DNA.
I interpreted all the DNA profiling results. I do not need to be an analyst in order to do that.
So would I be correct to say that you're just a data interpreter and not an analyst?
As is the case for all defence reviews. And equally when I do Crown
That's
casework.
enough. So that means you wouldn't know about the process of triage while handling exhibits.
I'm sorry, what, in respect of?
DNA, subject.
The mechanism that they've gone through?
While you're triaging exhibits, what you should prioritize, what you should handle first, what should come next, thereafter, like that.
Oh yes,
you
I do.
wouldn't know.
Yes, I do. That's part of my basic training as a court-going scientist.
Okay. Since you have BESC, are you aware that the process of lifting fingerprints would interfere with DNA depositions?
It depends which technique is used. You are able to get both.
Are you aware that it would interfere?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't?
There are processes which you can get both.
Between DNA and fingerprints, which one should be picked first?
It depends on the case circumstances.
Meaning that it is the individual expert who can make a choice on whether to go for fingerprints or DNA. Is that correct?
Yes, so when we review cases, we evaluate which evidence...
I have not asked you about review.
But my lord, this is how cases are triaged. We do a pre-assessment of the case, and based on that and the circumstances, at that point it's determined which scientific discipline would give the best outcome for the case.
But
So it is up to an expert.
It's up to an expert, yes.
To make the decision
Yes.
which to take first.
Yes, so the case strategy is set from the outset.
okay.
Depending on the circumstances of the case, the expert will
Would it
determine
determine
whether to take DNA
or fingerprints? So, in order to come up with an opinion, as an expert, it should be based on empirical data, correct?
No. The case circumstances provides more information than any empirical data.
And you'll need a combination of all that
In order
to make a determination.
No, not at the very beginning. The case strategy is set by the information of the case and the best, most meaningful outcome of examinations.
Okay. But do you agree that when you have empirical data, it is more accurate than visual observations?
No.
When you made reference to page 20 of your report,
Page
20 of your report.
20.
Yes, we have been there before.
Yes.
Each of these two has about 23 locations.
Yes, that's correct.
Page 20. Did you look at all that 23 locations in respect of these two before you made your conclusions?
Yes.
Okay. It was your evidence, was it not, that one cannot tell how long DNA stays on an item?
Yes.
And that unless disturbed, DNA can persist on an item for a long time.
Yes.
Is that true?
Correct.
Are environmental disturbances some of the factors you are referring to that could affect the stay of DNA on an item?
What kind of environmental factors?
The air condition in the rooms, the number of people who stay in the room, how often this place is cleaned, basically everything about that environment.
No, that's not correct.
Isn't that part of the things you'd consider
No.
when you're assessing persistence of DNA on an item?
The persistence of DNA is whether that item
Is it or is it not?
not the whole environment. No, there are very specific elements we consider.
Okay.
An item being just in a room, unless that DNA is disturbed by someone touching or cleaning, the DNA will persist. Extreme heat or damp will equally damage it, but the air in a room will not affect DNA at all.
But you agree that heat is one of them.
Extreme heat, yes, that can break down DNA.
And dampness in the room can also affect it.
Yes, it can, yes.
Did you conduct any studies to determine how long DNA would persist on any surface in Molly's house with regard to this case?
It's not possible to
Did you or you did not?
I'm sorry, Lord, it's not possible to recreate the exact...
Did you or you did not?
It is not possible to recreate any experimentations which can directly replicate the scene. So it is not possible. The science would be meaningless and it takes no further.
Are you aware of the conditions in A1's house?
No, I'm reliant on the scene photos.
Allow for interpretation.
akatugambira nti buli omulingo gw'omuntu akusobola kumanya tosobola kumanya ohayako hakwasire ha mundu kikiri okulaba mu ruhanga w'omuntu kwonka baitu kandi nebyenkumu ebiba bisigayeho kandi tumanyire bulungi nti enyuma lundi ekiteeka kisembayo ha mundu kiterekereire kandi kiri kirungi kikara kirungi ekyokwihaho ebyenkumu eby'omuntu kandi kali mazima nti ebyenkumu kibibaire ekintu ekyamagezi lundi ekirungi ekyokora ali ekiseera obwire buno kandi akwikiriza nti akakiiko akatayisa eisasi kali kateito muno nako tokusobola kwihaho ekyenkumi ky'omuntu habwokuba ekintu kyokusobola kufungaho kiri akasongezo akekyara kandi takusobola tugambira habwokuba etali mukugo mu bintu byokulwanisa takusobola tugambira nti omuntu okwetaaga kika kikwingana nka kiri okutunga bintu by'omuntu akwatira ali ekyokulwanisa agarukamu okumanyisibwa okuba kumuhairwe kandi asobola okukebera okuba kulugire mu byobuhangwa bw'omuntu baitu dali abatalina okubyetegereza kandi okutegeka okwebizibiti kwetegereza kulungi habwokuba nitumala ebintu ebibanyizibwaho omukusoma okuyasomere kandi ti okwihaho ebyokuteeka omuntu tikisobola kubindura na lundi tikisobola okusiisa ebyobuhangwa ebyomuntu ebintu ebisobola kuba mukukeberwa kandi nti ekiba ekyokora hagati ya okwihaho okutunga ebyobuhangwa by'omuntu olundi okwihaho ekyenkumu ekyo kikirwamu omuntu aba nakora omulimo baitu kikiri kyenkizo muno okuba nti alina kuba nasigikira hamahuure lundi hakumanyisibwa ku ebintu byenyini ebiroho kyonka asobola kulora nayitegereza ekyekibaireho kandi olupapula 20 lutandiko we yakozereko omuntu bano ababiri bona bainaho obuleka lundi bainaho obwikalo okuhikanka 23 kandi bona obuyatunulire atakakozere ekyandika kyakozere akwanza kubwetegereza kulungi ebikuwo yahika hali eswamu eyakiremu amazima gali nti okusobola kumanya nti obuwangwa bw'omuntu bwikaire okumala akasumiki hakintu kyona baitu kakuba kiba kitatalibanizibwe
Remaining time is 4 minutes and 3 seconds. It will continue.
She has finished. She's done.
Can you continue? As a sure that's that it will not go.
You can continue. Basically, from what you have just told court, it would be my understanding if I got you right. Therefore, the comments you made about DNA presence in Henry Katanga's home, the circumstances relating to transfer and persistence there, were mere observations that you made, like how you did on the other observations, right?
So the firearm on the bed,
Were they mere observations that you made,
they were observations and ground scientific
or
opinion.
did you have concrete findings?
No, because no testing was done, so it's impossible.
The comments you made about DNA presence were
Correct.
observations.
They were observations based on sound scientific opinion.
Did you have concrete findings in relation to this?
No one tested that bedding.
Okay. You also testified to this court, you correct me if I'm wrong, that where a swab has been taken, it would be better to use the first swab.
Yes.
Do you have any evidence that one swab would be capable of wiping away all DNA on an item?
It depends the
Do
efficacy
you
of.
have any evidence to that
It
effect?
depends on the efficacy of that swabbing procedure. If the swabs were taken properly, the remaining DNA should be so extremely low, it's not giving you a representative result.
So a subsequent swabbing would
Still find DNA there, right?
The DNA remaining, if
Yes.
the swab were taken properly, would be extremely low. And
the second or
the
first?
second, the first swab will pick up the vast majority, if not all, but it all depends on how that individual took that swab.
But do you agree that DNA?
Yeah, sure, it does. But it is on. If you go for it, it doesn't. No, it does. It actually does, but you must go with its own limitations. We've used it before, so I know the
So you'll agree with me that there will still be DNA that can be found, right?
Extremely low, and it will be a partial capture of the actual exam.
Have you done any research to confirm the amount you're referring to of extremely low?
There is no research.
Oh. So if there is no research, where do you get from the assertion that the DNA recovered will be extremely low?
Based on
Is
the...
it just also something that you are making an observation?
No, through my experience of DNA
Through your
profiling
experience.
results, and where we've had to go back to the original exhibit and resample.
Did you have you done any in relation to how long or how much can be when it comes to firearms in particular?
No, because each case
Have
is...
you done in particular of a
it's
firearm?
not,
Because
it's not possible to
have
scientifically...
you done any research in particular in relation to a firearm? She says through her experience.
She has, through her experience, she's able to tell that DNA recovered from a subsequent swabbing video, and she's basing that also on cases where they had to go to the original exhibit and take it to do some.
And I am asking her if she ever did any in relation to a firearm.
The only relevance of that would be in that I could directly replicate the provenance of the firearm under testing and know exactly what contact individuals had on that firearm.
Have you done with respect to a firearm, Ms. Hingley? It is either you have done it or not.
There is no research that can be done which would directly replicate this case.
Is it a reswabbing on a firearm?
Yes, my lord.
Or have you had an opportunity to handle a case where you had to reswab a firearm?
No, it's just not possible. You have to directly replicate the true provenance of that firearm and therefore directly associate it to the case.
Very clear that you put to her.
Have you done it before? And we are getting other things we can't verify.
I'm explaining why
Either
it's
you
not
have
possible.
done it or not.
I'm explaining why scientifically it's irrelevant.
So it is scientifically relevant because you have to replicate
The exact circumstances of that firearm, yes. And nobody knows the ground truth of that firearm. So it's not possible to replicate that scenario, and therefore research does not aid any interpretation.
And just for the record, you have no information about how the first swab in this case was taken, correct?
No, there's no records.
And you actually also do not know how the second swab was taken. Is
Again,
that correct?
Yep, no records available.
And without information, you are unable, therefore, to confirm whether the second swab could have sufficient amount or not.
It's
Not so.
impossible because I don't know how it was swabbed and who did it.
Okay. You also told court that it's difficult to tell the sequence in which DNA is deposited on an item. Is that
It's impossible to tell.
it's impossible to tell? Are you competent? But you told court that the propositions you make in your report at page 28 are activity level propositions.
Correct.
To do an activity level proposition, Ms. Hingley, one must be in a position to interrogate all intervening factors that would have led to a particular activity. Not so.
No.
Would you make an assumption
Assumptions are made in
Of
every
what?
single case.
of what could have happened, what could not have happened?
The assumption and the evidence of very poor laboratory practice, and the final findings in this case were based on the assumption that everything was clean, there are no problems, and even then the DNA findings did not help.
You made assumptions. Even when you did your case review, you also did assumptions, right?
Every single case has assumptions in it because we never ever know the true reality of a case.
In fact, most of your opinions are based on assumptions. Is that correct?
My final opinion in my report is based on, whilst all the observations I've highlighted as opportunities of DNA transfer, my final opinion is even if absolutely everything I have raised didn't happen, the laboratory was clean, there was no contamination, the findings still do not help address who fired that weapon.
That's okay. Did you
You said that the results, you conclude by saying the results still do not help.
Help address who fired that weapon? The DNA cannot address that question.
Okay. Let's take an interpretation.
We have gambire bikwatagana hali obuhangwa ebyabaire byatangiwe ronde omunjo ebintu ebyabaireho bikusigidde hali amagezi agabasayansi baita amazima gali okuzaho akusobora okukikebera rondi okupima ekintu kyona ngalebyo kandi kikubaire nti kirungi muno okukozesa okubaliriza fimu habwokuba obugarukaho bwona buba butalina rundi buba bwina kataito muno hali obuhangwa bw'omuntu baitu busaho ozakuserurizibwa kwona okoze hali kyobaita tumanyire okuruga mu myaka eyakozere kiko mu bintu nka bino kandi takusobora okugambira nti haliho taito bukwingana ki mazima gali talina kumanyisibwa okumugambira nti olulungi okumugambira nti akapamba akabaze bakakora bata lundi akagarukireho bakakora bata kandi kikyangukire lundi tikikusobokera nakimu omuntu wena okumanyisa lundi okugambira nti akapamba akabantu kagarukire aho kaba kataina ekintu kyona ekikwata ali obuhangwa bw'omuntu kandi ngedini tikyangukire lundi nabyo tikikusobokera kimu okumanya omulingo kandi omuntu wena kale omuntu tikikumwetagisa okuba nakabuliriza hali buli kintu kyona kyabairemu lundi kyakozerwe lundi kyakozeibwe okusobola okwetegereza lundi okusobola okufuna ekikalo kikawekiyatungire baitu nosobola kutebereza nosobola kola okuteberezebwa kusigikira hali ebintu ebyolozere lundi ebyosomererwe kandi ekikulu kyabyona nti ebyalugire mu kubeera kuno tibiina kifene kyokusobola kusobola kale ekyo kandi nabwekyo nti binibyo tukiikire okuba nibabigendera amateeka nigabigenderaho.
Ms. Hingley, scientific opinions are usually research-based.
No,
agree?
not in forensics, no.
Some are guesswork.
No,
Are some based on guesswork?
no.
They are not.
There are ground reasons behind all the scientific
but we
opinion
have
offered.
researched opinions that can be found in publications, right?
There are some research publications which have dealt with transfer of cellular DNA.
I've
However,
not talked about transfers of DNA or what. I am just talking about publications in
sometimes
forensics.
they are some casework relevant papers, particularly in sexual
Are
assaults.
there researched opinions that can be found in scientific publications?
Yes, there are.
Having been in this field for about, you said 30 years?
Yeah, next year's 30 years.
Okay. Next year is when you make 30 years.
Yes.
All right. you must be aware of the Forensic Science International Journal.
Yes.
As a scientist, you can confirm that their published papers are authentic and authority in the field of forensic science.
Yes.
I want to draw your attention to one of the papers published in that journal. Which is
This one doesn't serve us for one son.
what is that paper about?
This is about the creation of the Bayesian networks when considering activity level propositions.
Please repeat for court.
A template for constructing Bayesian networks in forensic biology cases when considering activity level propositions.
The template for constructing
Bayesian networks,
Bayesian is
BAYESIAN, networks in forensic biology cases when considering activity level propositions.
Who is the author of that article?
There are 4 authors: Duncan Taylor, Alex Biederman, Tasha Hicks and Christophe Champol.
That paper provides the Bayesian networks
Yes.
as a tool in considering activity level propositions.
Yes.
If you look at that paper,
Yes.
gives you a step-by-step process.
It does.
Step 1. To go to page 138.
Yes.
The tool works in nodes, right? So step 1 is for you to define the proposition nodes.
Yes.
And that reflects what each party is putting forward,
Yes.
associated with the activities of each of those people.
Yes.
Step 2. you define the activity nodes.
Yes.
You're required to draw propositional nodes with one node for each activity that you are undertaking to analyze.
Can I just say that this isn't a scripted
Please
method?
look
This is
at
being
it.
yes. This is how I've been trained since I started. The Forensic Science Service actually devised this Bayesian method, so this is not new.
It's not new to you.
No, we've been doing it for 30 years.
Okay. After that, you would go to grouping similar results.
Yes.
After that, you would separate, therefore, those that are relevant to your propositions and those that are not relevant to the propositions.
Not relevant meaning they don't help whatsoever, not that they're insignificant in my view, yes.
In your analysis, you are also at step 5 to consider and add nodes. Yes, my lord. My apologies. Yes. So I was progressing that at the 5th level, you're supposed to consider issues to do with transfer and persistence nodes
Yes.
that describe the mechanisms by which activities would lead to the findings.
Yes.
And there you'd look at issues like there may be multiple activities that would contribute to a single activity,
Yes, so it would be examples like the bedding, the gun on the bedding, the touching of the firearm.
or some pathways may require multiple steps,
Yes, if reasonable.
and then the order in which the activities were undertaken and the transfers.
This is where
Not so.
academic crosses over with forensics. In forensics, you could never
It
tell the
ca-
order. It's
You
not
cannot
possible.
tell the order,
No, you
but
cannot.
it is one of the things you can consider, right?
Yes, if you have full total disclosure and provenance of an item, you can, but we never ever have that in casework. This
You
is
will-
pure academic paper.
You will also have to look at and define the root nodes that will show you, or that may not refer to any activities associated with what you're analyzing, right?
Yes.
It is until you have all of these in place, then you can go to the last step, which is checking for absolute support. And that way you can make conclusions from your experience. Do you also agree with the last step on what conclusions are made?
No, that's how I've reached my conclusions.
Okay. So now,
So you said step 7 is how you arrived at your conclusion.
Yes, this is a general process in
Yes.
which this is an Australian paper, and Australia are looking into the viability of activity level reporting. They currently do not report at activity level,
Hold
and
on,
the
Miss.
Bayesian method is based on the method we were all trained in
Miss
at the
Hingley.
Forensic Science Service.
Miss Hingley, we are coming. This, from what you see and from your experience, you'll agree with me, is a very elaborate procedure.
It is.
And it will require you to have data at every single stage. Not so.
If it is at all possible, it is
Does
not always.
it
It does not require data at every step. No.
In your evidence, you're trying to assume that there are certain stages that will not require evidence, right? Or data.
It's not evidence, it's data.
Data.
It comes down to experience of
Okay.
crime samples, how the DNA reacts, and the expectation of transfer of DNA, of which there is not enough
All right.
published data to give formal numerical opinions.
Did you undertake such an analysis before you came to your conclusions on page 29?
It's not laid out.
Did you or you did not?
I did, but not laid out, because there is
You
no
did.
data on which to base following this line by line. This is academic, purely academic, and is not applicable to general forensic science.
So you agree that you did not do it?
You didn't use all these steps?
It wasn't
Because
possible.
it wasn't possible
Yes.
in a practical
Yes.
exercise?
Yes.
This is an academic paper.
This is the ideal, that we will have data for every single case and every single step, and it is just not possible.
So Miss Hingley, I'll ask you the same question. Did you undertake this analysis before you came up with your conclusions or not?
A version of, yes.
Some of it.
Methodology-wise, yes, I have, but it's not possible to put the numbers in as
That's okay.
they have. It's just not
You
possible.
said you did.
Yes, I have.
Did you include it in your report?
As standard, no.
Did you or you did not?
No, we don't include it in our reports. Only an expert would understand what we've done.
In fact, you did not interrogate all the intervening factors in this case.
It's
Not so.
impossible. Actually impossible
not.
to intervene. It's absolutely impossible. Unless someone can tell me from the moment that gun was purchased to the time it was recovered, every single contact that was made with that firearm and every surface that firearm made contact with, it is impossible.
If it is impossible, it therefore goes without us using too much complicated words that your opinion has no scientific basis.
My opinion is
Isn't
based
it?
on... No, that's not correct. My
You're just
opinion is
based-
based on the information I have been provided, and that information provides plenty of opportunities for the transfer of DNA.
You yourself told this court that you did not have most of the information you required. Not so.
Yes, most of the information.
Most of the
But the
information, you did
information
not
I
have
had
it.
was that the incident occurred as both Molly and Henry got out of bed. Unless that bedding had been washed prior
No.
to anything recovered, that firearm being on that bed is an obvious and one of the most logical explanations for transfer of DNA.
Did you verify independently the information you claim you were given?
I could see from the
Did
photos,
you or you did not?
unless someone states that
Did you
states that that was not the bed that Molly
Miss
and Henry
Hingley.
slept in, then I will reevaluate. But I evaluate on the information I have. My job as the scientist is not to validate the information I'm provided.
Miss Hingley, did
Miss
you?
Wambole, I think that is her.
That's okay. And I am asking her another question. Did you carry out any independent calculations to come up with conclusions on activity level propositions?
This didn't require any calculations at all.
So you didn't do it?
No, it's source level, sub-source level in this instance because it's DNA. We have a legitimate, obvious
You
transfer.
have answered me, Miss Hingley.
You say that you did not need to conduct any
Eh,
independent calculation.
Any independent calculations because there's an obvious, reasonable scientific transfer mechanism from the bed to the firearm. The DNA would never show who fired the weapon. The expectation is if someone did handle the weapon, their DNA would be present,
If
but
the
equally
person handled the firearm.
would be present.
Okay.
But on the alternative that they didn't, given that firearm has been on that bed, there's a reasonable expectation of the occupants of that bed, both Henry and Molly, to have transferred to that firearm, and it is not possible to determine the activity within which that DNA was deposited. Hence, it is not scientifically possible to determine who fired that weapon from the DNA evidence.
So please confirm that you cannot therefore speak to the activities in the propositions that you made on page 29.
Yes, I can.
You cannot.
I can.
Did you do or carry out independent, you as Hingley, independent analysis in relation to activities before the firing?
What analysts would I do?
Did you or
What-
you did not?
I'm sorry, I don't know what analysts I could possibly do.
Did you do that or you didn't?
What an analyst would I be able to do? What are you asking? Sorry. What kind of analysis? I don't know.
Did you, apart from the information that you had, that was given to you, papers, did you do any independent verifications as to the activities that led to the propositions you came up with?
I don't verify any information I have
You
been
didn't.
given.
You did not.
It's not my position to verify information.
Okay.
I'm very clear that if the information changes, I reevaluate.
Okay. Let's take interpretation.
ebintu byonna ebiba biikirwaho okulaba mu magezi ga sayansi ebiri byonna nti biba biserulizibweho muno ebindi biba ebindi babisangibwa kusanga mu bitabo ebyahandiikirwa era kandi wekuba abaire omukiikalo kino obulungi omulimu guno okumala emyaka 30 atumanyire kimu nti haliyo ebitabo ebyahandikirwa era kandi ebirina obusobozi kandi ebibaheereza rundi ebiboleka omulingo gw'okoramu emirimu eno. Kandi habaho ebintu ebingi, hariho ebintu bingi eby'omuntu alina kwegendereza atakayikize rundi atakakiiremu ebyo abakiiremu okugamba kale okusobora ekikarokiyo ekyayimiremu n'okusobora ebyahandikire rundi okuteeka ebintu ebyakiremu okubitegeka kandi n'okwawukaniza ebyo ebikumugasa n'ebitakumugasa n'okwoleka ebyakozerwe ebisobola okuhikya rundi okumwoleka ebyaraba azoire kandi n'okusobola endugiro y'ebintu ebisobola kumukyali ekyakwenda rundi nebitamukyali ekyakwenda n'okuseera rundi okukebera ebintu byaba ayitire rundi okutwamu hamalira. Ekintu kino rundi enkola eno eri nkola esobolweirwe muno ekihinguraine kandi esobola kuba neetaagisa okumanyisibwa buli idaara lyokuba ohikireho batu kandi yatugambire mbu tikikwetagisa muno okusobola kukozesa kikwetagisa muno nti mpaka onakumanya bukikyero rundi onakuba nokumanyisibwa okwengi muno kandi amazima gali mukwetegereza kwe akakozesa amadara gandi gona akaija n'agakozesa habwokuba bino ebihandikirwe luli lupapula lwa beegi baitu mu nkola ya buli kiro kikyangwire kuba n'okubondera kimu hakimu kandi ebimwe byakozere atabiteekemu mu kihandiiko kye baitu nakyo kiri kikulu muno kandi ekyamazima kikyangukire kandi luli kikusoboka nti omuntu obwokuba n'okola osobola kwetegereza rundi okukaguliriza buli kintu kyona ekyabairewo ekintu kyoba n'okaguzaho rundi kyoba
My Lord, my colleague Jonathan is taking over from here.
My Lord, we intended to traverse a very specific area. However, we are getting constrained because I'm going to call you Miss Lynn. Is that okay?
That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Miss Lynn was not very clear with us as to the extent of our instructions. So, my Lord, I want to just briefly revisit that area for clarity. Now, we already know you told this court that you didn't have formal instructions from KAA.
Correct.
Now, for us to be in position to address court on the efficacy of your work, it is very important that we know the extent of your instructions. So I'm going to request you to help this court with specific information as to the extent of your instructions in this casework. We appreciate it was a email correspondence.
Yes, it
Are
was.
you in position to tell this court what you were specifically instructed to do?
It was a
in
venue.
this casework?
It was a venue. Very.
You want to refer to your email?
It was over a Zoom meeting, not in an email. It was a Zoom meeting where the request was made for me to review all the scientific findings.
So the instructions were given to you not on email but on Zoom meeting?
Yes, when we had a Zoom meeting, the initial contact was made that would I be able to help, and then we had a Zoom meeting of more details, and during that Zoom meeting it was said, are you able to review the findings?
Okay. So it is in this Zoom meeting
Yes.
that you were given specific instructions?
It was a very
Please, I require specific
There was
answer.
no-
And just to help the court.
It was a general,
When I
can you
ask,
review the DNA findings?
Ms. Lynn, will you listen to me now, please? Not that I want to gag you not to speak every material you have, but I want to be of help to this court. When I ask a specific question, just provide that answer. If we need clarification, we will ask you, okay? So, was it during that Zoom meeting that you were given specific instructions on what you were required to do?
The specific instruction was
Was it or it was not?
Yes, it was,
Okay.
and it was to review all the DNA findings in the case.
Can you repeat your instructions?
To review all the DNA findings in the case.
Review all the DNA findings in the case?
Yes.
Was that all?
Yes, it was a very broad, can you review the DNA please? Because I was aware this is a new area.
Was this given once in that only meeting, or you got additional instructions later?
That was the instruction to review everything relating to DNA in the case.
Do you want to be clear as to who comprised that Zoom meeting?
I can't
So
remember.
we have you, and who else?
Ellison was there, another, I believe, other two members, but I can't recall.
Okay. So do we understand that there was no formal engagement between your firm and KAA? It was this personal Zoom meeting?
Yes, it's which we would consider as a
Okay.
case conference with counsel. This is
Please,
a
I'm
standard.
asking about formal engagement.
Yes, but this is
I know case conference.
Yes.
So please don't volunteer
No,
to
but
that
that-
extent.
that constitutes
Case-
for me a formal.
Yeah, but please don't address me on case conference.
No, but
I
that
will ask
forms the
about it.
formal request
Yeah.
in general terms for us.
Press conference forms the formal request.
Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
whether the meeting was, whether instructions were given once and she said yes.
Yes.
And asked who comprised the meeting,
She-
said herself.
And
Mr.
she
Kalhanga and two others.
she can't remember. Yes.
So what did you ask next?
You realize you need to answer me specifically, Miss Lynn. Yes. Okay.
My lord, I stand to be correct because this is an area which my land system canvassed.
Very well. Very well. We are well.
Is it in order taking us backwards, my lord?
I've not even understood what Mr. Kawega is meaning. No, there is no repetition. There is no repetition. I don't think my sister asked about details of the Zoom meeting. I don't think she did.
And we did that on purpose.
And I don't intend to repeat anything. We are only putting what we have already traversed in context. And my Lord, there is a reason. So my next question, which my Lord is asking for me to repeat, I wanted clarification from you that other than this Zoom meeting, there was no other written engagement between you and KAA. It was this interpersonal Zoom conversation.
Yes, there were emails as the case progressed, but not instructions.
Ms. Lynn, I want you to confirm to this court that those subsequent emails were between you and who?
Predominantly Ellison.
Predominantly Ellison.
Yes.
So who else other than Ellison?
There are emails from the administrative side sending me over the documents that I reviewed, but predominantly Ellison was my point of contact for this case.
Again, this court would be interested in understanding, Ms. Lynn, you operate as an individual or as a firm?
As a company,
So in this case, were you engaged as an individual or as a company?
I was requested personally to do this
Personally,
case,
okay.
yes,
That's
as
good.
with all our
That's
instructions.
good. That's good enough, please. I want to make sure you go back home, so I don't want to waste time with so many things. Do I understand that it is you who requested for what information to be given to you to do the casework?
Yes, I requested a lot of information, yes.
Was any information volunteered
No.
by your principal?
I was given the electricity.
Please, the question is, was any information volunteered by your instructing officer, Mr. Edson?
Some background
Or-
information,
Please, is
yes.
it a yes? Or a-
So background information
Background
was,
information.
yes. And then others on my request.
So if we understand you well, the background information was volunteered to you.
Yes.
So Ms. Lynn, when do you first get, you told us you first got instructions in 2024.
Yes.
When did you get the documents that you list on page 2 and 3 of your report?
I would have to scroll through all my emails to confirm.
I just humbly request you to do that. It is very
They were sporadic.
important for us.
They were sporadic throughout.
Please just help us.
My computer's not attaching to the internet, so I will just. use my phone if that's okay.
No, Dawood is here. He can help.
My computer still won't link, but my phone is. My phone's linked.
Sorry? The phone? Yeah, anything which gives us information.
I have all my emails on my phone, yes.
Okay.
Is that okay? Thank you.
Later.
So I received images of the blood staining.
Was that the first?
That was 30th of August 24.
30th August
24.
2024. What did you receive?
Images of the blood staining at the scene.
Is that the scene of crime report?
No, these are individual photographs.
Just a minute, Mr.
Which I haven't used because I've not done a full blood pattern analysis.
Wait a minute. Is that listed in your report?
No, because I didn't
Okay.
use it.
Okay. So now you received photographs of what?
The individual blood staining at the scene.
Individual blood staining at the scene.
Yes.
Is that part of what you requested or what was volunteered to you?
That was volunteered to me
That was volunteered.
because at that time
How many
maybe I was
photographs?
doing, perhaps we were looking at the blood pattern analysis, but that never
Do you
carried
realize
on.
I've gone to another question? And
No.
you're asking what I don't require? Do you remember what I've just asked now?
No.
Please,
Can you repeat,
I
please?
advise you to stick to the question.
Okay.
Okay. So, those photographs were volunteered to you. You
Yes.
had not requested for them.
No.
How many? If you are in position.
A
to
lot.
tell. A lot of.
A lot of photos, yes. I can't give you the exact number. They seem to run from 8328 to 8383. About 50?
50 photos?
50, 60? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Miss Hinley, Miss Lynn, I wish your computer could work.
I'll have a look, but this is from the email.
Yeah, it's okay, perfect. My lord, is it possible for her computer to work? This,
We'll try again.
this
We've
is
had
very
issues with the
important for me.
Wi-Fi.
But we can be a little bit patient and ensure your computer works. My lord, I also sometimes have Wi-Fi to volunteer, but Jet has never appreciated me. So,
I don't know. My phone's on it now. Is it because I've got a VPN on it? Yeah, I've got VPN on it. Is that stopping it? Does it need to be Uganda? Oh, okay. I'll turn VPN off. Oh no, it's in the second one, sorry. Shall I just delete that and restart? 'Cause it's not finding it, is it? Norton VPN. If they're happy with that, I can do that. It's up to them whether they are happy with it or not. Yes.
Yes.
It's just not. It's not happy at all. No, it's just not happy. But it's blocking out.
Actually, since it's not, since it's your
happy
email,
with me?
yes, since
Yeah.
it's your,
I can show
you
you
may not
the-
even project it. I just want the judge to see.
Yes, this is my business email.
Okay,
Have
yeah,
it
no
on my
problem. But we just want to look at the photos provided to you
Yes.
for this casework.
I
We just
don't
want
know-
to draw them to the attention of the judge and the defense team. Then we go to another item.
I'm wondering if I've got it without the internet. Yeah, I've got them without the internet, so I can
Yeah.
HDMI them.
Yeah, yeah.
One sec. My computer. There we go. Okay, so this is the list of all the photos I received.
Yeah, let's just sample a few in the interest of time. You will just tell us the full number, but just sample a few.
So-
in no particular order.
So all the photos I received started with KER and then oblique and then the numbers 8327 through to 8455.
Okay, just open. Yeah.
Sorry?
Just open any at
Oh,
random.
any of them? Sure.
Yeah, yeah, just a few. We want to go all.
Okay.
Got the first one?
So,
I'll be telling you.
yeah, I'll take you through. So, that's the first one, 8327.
Where?
So that's showing some of the blood staining.
That is our report. Okay. Okay, you could go like to number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah. No particular
okay.
order. I just want the court to follow through.
Around here?
Actually, I just want to confirm
Oh, sure.
the source of the photo.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So these were general photos of the blood staining at the scene.
Sample another 3.
There's a close-up of the staining. The bottom of the wall
And where is it?
and a close-up on this wall again.
Okay.
Yeah? I can show you more if you want.
Just go back. Just close that.
Just close that.
Just a minute. Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
Photos were taken on the 25th of March 2023. Okay, Miss Lynn.
Yes.
My Lord, the observation we wanted the court to make is that I think Mr. Edison should count. My Lord, is it that I can't address court in the process of cross-examination? Is that what my colleague says? My Lord, can they address court on the law, on that? I am okay with the objections. Let me be guided by the law.
Can you pass on factual information that you ask the work of the team is to examine the witness. The work of the witness is to provide answers to the question. I think it's straight.
No, my Lord, I just wanted to be guided that I cannot address court in the process of cross-examination.
That were given to the witness.
Actually, my lord, the remark that I am making, and if Mr. Edison had only listened, I believe he will agree with me. The remark I am making is that the reason we displayed those photos is for court to observe that those are photos that are not part of the prostitution exhibits under analysis.
No, my lord, that's evidence from the
So, apart from it being what is being alleged, my lord.
Let me hear my objection. My lord, everything he gave us, he did not use in court. So for him to say he didn't give that to us, it becomes evidence from the back. You can't testify.
It's okay. My lord, I expected my colleagues on the defense to actually say that these are prostitution photos. Because we are dealing with issues of facts. My colleagues are officers of this court. And
You can't give evidence to object. You can't give evidence.
no, my lord, I am not constrained by any. I feel uncomfortable, my lord, if my colleagues think that what doesn't work for them is illegal and cannot be done in a court process. I am okay, my lord, to be guided by the law. Most obliged.
My land friend will agree with me that it is right, he cannot give evidence from the bar. He is not a sworn witness. So any fact coming from him, from this side, crossing to there, is evidence from the bar. All he can do is ask the witness questions. Then you can submit. But you cannot. Yeah. And actually, the submission, my lord, is at the right time. When the witness has left it, and we are now dealing with evidence on record. But now for Mr. Mwaganya to want to put on the record the source of photographs to the witness that he didn't disclose them, that is evidence from the bar. And my lord, he should restrict himself to cross-examination. He can't cross-examine and provide information. Cross-examine and provide information. Yes, we are happy to cross-examine him if he wants to take an offer to that point.
Are you done?
Because my lord then will need to stand up and say from the bar now that no, these are the ones you did disclose. In which case both of us will be testifying.
Are you done?
So let him put questions to the witness. Then he can later submit and say the photographs we submitted, we displayed are not the ones I disclosed in his submissions. Not now.
My lord, I want to request that we shouldn't waste too much time for the court. This witness came from UK. We have to be done and she goes. For example, we can't waste time, my lord, wasting this court's time, whether these photographs came from prostitution or from another source. Sure, as officers of court, that is not something we should be arguing about. But I could ask it another way, my lord. Out of all the prostitution documents you were given for review, did you find evidence of any of those photos annexed to any of the reports or documents that arose from prostitution for review?
Sorry. From memory, I can't remember if any of them are included in the blood pattern report, because I haven't used it.
No, we have the blood stain report. We can give it to you, my lord. I pray for it.
Yes, I honestly can't remember.
You are okay to refresh your memory. Prostitution exhibit number, that's the circle report. Blood pattern report. We can check, my lord. Blood spatter, yes, report.
Please keep within the photos.
I'm just,
I've now got access online.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
So I'm
As you-
going to have access to everything now.
That's what I.
Okay.
Blood stain,
Yes.
blood stain, cataract.
Yeah.
No, the pictures I have are more extensive than contained in here.
No, it's not a question of being extensive. Is any of them similar?
Le-
Can you point even a single one that is similar or contained in
Yes.
any of the prosecution's exhibits?
Let me bring up. Where am I? Maybe bring up here, and then I'll try to. Try and find a sequence. So this one here. This is a closed-up zoom of it. So you can see the handprint. The handprint here. Then you can see the linear staining here.
Ms. Lin, can I just have what you are showing? What?
Yeah, sure.
No, leave.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to find the... Is- But it's saying, but I didn't interpret the BPA.
Don't worry, I've not asked you about that. We are on that photo. Is it the same?
Oh, no. No, it's not the same.
Do you have even a single picture that is the same as any of the pictures in the prosecution's exhibits?
That's what I'm trying to run through.
Because that is actually different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my lord, the witness never said these pictures are the same as what is in the prosecution. She said, I got these pictures earlier when we were still discussing, and that was her evidence.
And she's being also running.
And my lord, if the defense had considered that the source of this information is from them, we would have moved.
But we never said it is from you. Where is
Yeah, that is what I was making the point I wanted to demonstrate to this court, that these photos, my lord,
One at a time.
okay.
My lord, what I'm saying is that at no point did we say these photos were from prosecution. We never said that. And the witness has not said, wait, please, confusing. My lord, we did not say these pictures were from prosecution. In fact, all these pictures, we disclosed them to prosecution. They are from the defense. But then, me saying this, I would be equivalent to him testifying.
No, my lord, I just wanted us to go
We never
on
said
record.
these were from prosecution.
I just wanted, and that
They
is
are our
the.
pictures which we disclosed.
So, my lord, if it goes on record, no, it is you wasting time.
And then we are the ones. And my
We have
lord, we hired them over
already
to her.
established now that there is no contention.
I'm doing
Where
what we
members
were
are
avoiding to
coming.
do to testify, my lord.
So, Mr.
There are
Mweba,
pictures which we gave our
Mr.
witness.
Mweba,
Right, you're
we
right.
have already established that there is no context as to the source.
Yes, yes.
And now, Mr. Mweba,
I can now progress, my lord. So, my lord, if it may go on record, as confirmed by counsel, that all the photographs presented, Mr. Karuhanga, my lord, we do this
now the
all
is
the
for us to
time.
go through.
Exactly.
If it
Exactly.
has been, that those pictures.
My lord, this
There
is
is then no need for
evidence.
us to go through the lengthy process.
But it was always the case of the witness. And she got those pictures from us.
But even those of prosecution,
is a habit of us becoming witnesses in this court, which Mr. Morgan is trying to do.
my lord, if that is noted, I'm most obliged. Please go back to those photos.
Sure.
Okay. I know you are not a novice at computer use. When were those photos sent to you? From the record being displayed on the screen.
The screen saying that they were modified on the 25th of March 24, but that would be when they were created, not when they were sent to me. I haven't modified them at all, so that would be the original PDF format for the photo. So that doesn't confirm when I receive them.
So what date did you say that you received?
I received them,
30th August 2024.
yes.
And you're saying you modified them.
I haven't modified them at all.
She said she did not modify them, but it shows there that modified one, that the it means that is the date they were created.
That is the date they were created. In other words, taken.
I assume so.
Okay.
I didn't receive them until August, so I can't speak of what happened to them before then.
Okay, so the point is made there. And then, as we are dealing with photos, you appeared knowledgeable about the contents of the blood spatter report.
Yes.
When I go through the documents you have told this court as documents served to you by KAA, is the blood spatter report included? It is not.
No,
right?
it's not.
It is not.
No.
So we again get it for the record that notwithstanding the fact that it was not sent to you, you know the content of the blood spatter report.
I did have the blood spatter report.
Sorry?
I did have it, but it didn't form a pertinent
You
part.
also had it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So did you request for it, or it was also volunteered to
It
you?
was volunteered to me.
Okay. And you went, even when you didn't need it, you went through it
Yes.
before making this evaluative report.
Yes, it was again to see
Yes
the...
is sufficient, ma'am.
I did, but
Please.
but
All I want this court to know
Yes,
is
I
that
did.
you went through it.
yes, I did.
Did you find information in the blood spatter report relevant to your investigation, evaluation?
Only the extent of the blood staining, no more.
Only to the extent of the blood.
Yes. So
Then-
I had...
So, in other words, Ms. Lynn, as an expert, that report, even though you never requested for it, when you received it, it influenced your professional opinion.
I wouldn't say...
Did it or it did not?
No, no, it didn't.
So you never found information in respect of the blood stains relevant to your evaluation? Existence of blood stains in the bedroom?
It merely formed my expectation that I'm expecting significant amount of blood to be available within that vicinity, no more.
With that information,
Yes.
my lord, again, did you find it relevant? Okay, informative.
Informative, yes.
You found it informative?
Yes, because
Okay,
it
great.
enabled my expectations of the scene.
So let's leave the photos and we go to another piece of information forwarded to you. What else?
So, the quickest mechanisms on here. I received the DNA report, the crime scene examination report.
No, DNA
Report.
when?
All of these on the same date, on the 16th of August 24.
16th August
24.
24.
So the DNA report,
Yes.
the crime scene examination report, and the bloodstain report, all on the same day. There was also the charge sheet.
You also got the charge
The
sheet.
charge sheet, ballistics report.
Let's go slow, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
You also got the ballistic report.
Yes. The gunshot residue report. The indictment.
Oh, you got the indictment too?
I did, yes.
Okay.
And
What else?
the PF3, which is the medical examination of Molly Katanga.
So you got that medical exam.
Of Molly Katanga.
What else did you get?
That's it for the 16th of August.
Okay, tell your court what else you received any other day.
Let's see. And I got the pictures. Pictures. So that's that one. On the 3rd of September 2024,
This is 3rd
of September 24,
September 2024.
this is where I first received the electropherograms.
What else?
That was it for that date.
Okay. What about on another day?
What's that? Oh, that's the same. Then the last thing was the report, the electropherograms with the attached letter, but I'm just trying to find.
Is it the other letter from the Ministry of Health?
That's it. The 4 pages were attached on top of the. So that came through. Let me double check.
Is it you that requested for this particular letter, my lord?
No.
It was
It
volunteered
was
to you?
volunteered to me, yes.
Okay.
Because we were investigating the ISO.
So, oh, okay. So, you also investigated the ISO?
No, I didn't per se. I because it became a feature.
Yes.
When I came over first time, that letter had been attained. So that's the first time I saw it.
So, who investigated the ISO?
I don't know the ins and outs, but I was provided it by KAA.
Yeah, but you just said you got this letter because you needed to investigate ISO.
That was generically. We were as a team investigating the ISO status.
Oh,
and
okay, let this court know the composition of your team that investigated the ISO. So it was you and who else?
So KAA,
you-
as would be standard.
KAA?
So we
and who
become
else?
the communication between us as the team. I don't know where they got that letter from, but it
It's
clarified the position of ISO.
Yeah, just on the question of investigation.
I don't know what. Obviously, ISO was a question.
Don't worry, ma'am. How did you investigate the ISO?
We discussed ISO, and then when I came over the first time, that's when the letter had been obtained. So that would be in March.
Okay. So
Sorry, I was just confirming it was March I came
Okay.
over.
do I understand you, my lord, did I understand her to mean that you got the electropherograms and the ISO letter on the 3rd of September 2024?
Oh no, I had the electropherograms without the letter attached, and then on the 9th of March 2026,
Okay.
that's when the letter was attached,
9th
of March 26.
2026?
Yes.
That is when you got the letter?
That's first sight of the letter, yes.
And you said this letter was just volunteered to you. For what
Yes.
purpose was it given to you, Miss Lynn?
Because we needed to know the ISO accreditation situation of the laboratory. It'd be standard to investigate any laboratory for its accreditation status.
So, having received it for that purpose,
Yes.
what did you find out? What did you investigate and found out?
So within that letter, it...
No. The letter was clear.
Yes.
What, did you do any investigations?
No, because I used that letter as the basis of information. And again, if it changed, I would change my report and my opinion.
So, you needed that letter because it was capable of changing your opinion depending on what it said, correct?
It would
Yes or no?
potentially, because it would determine whether they are working
Did you
within
listen
an
to my
accredited-
question, ma'am?
Yes, so potentially it might, if it confirms whether they're working within the accepted quality.
Good. So, meaning, my lord, depending on what that letter said,
Yes,
your opinion would change.
potentially, I can't
Potentially
say.
change.
Yes, I can't
So,
say for
thank
sure.
you.
Yes, but it,
Please.
yes.
I've got the answer. Do you have an idea why KAA volunteered this particular letter just a couple of days to the releasing of your report?
Objection, my lord. You are inviting the witness to speculate. You can't have an idea why KA volunteered it. It's only KA which would know. So don't invite the witness to speculate.
My lord, the letter was given to her.
Yes, but now knowing the reason why.
Why did you give her the
Now
letter?
that is now.
That is now the question. How would she know?
How would she know why unless you are told? Maybe you ask her, were you told why the letter?
My lord, well, that is basically the question, apart from just
Maybe
the...
change it to why
and-
you told
and-
why.
Do you know why KAA volunteered this letter just a couple of days to your release of your final report?
I can't speculate, but the
ma'am,
ISO status.
Your
of the
lawyers
laboratory-
are saying we should not invite you to speculate.
I can't
So you
speculate
either
why.
know or you don't know.
I wasn't. There was no formal. We have given you this because of.
Okay.
So beyond
So
that, I don't know. But
in other words, do I understand you to mean that the email came blank? How
No,
did
no.
how did this letter get transmitted to you as the expert?
Because it was transmitted electronically because
By
of the-
email?
Yes,
Was the email blank
yes. It said, "Please find attached this."
without any
No,
purpose?
no. There was no one toward at home.
That's enough, ma'am. You are the expert.
Yes, and
Did you ask them why they were giving you a document without any explanation?
when I
Just a couple of days to the release of your report.
when I read the document,
Did
it
you
was evident.
ask? That's not a
I
question I'm
didn't
asking.
need to
I'm
ask.
asking, did you ask them why they are sending you an unexplained document?
I didn't need to ask. It was self-evident when you read it that it addressed the issue of the ISO for the laboratory. That's the fundament. Any case I do, we look at the accreditation of a laboratory.
Is not you, and you don't know why they sent. So
No,
let's-
but
let's-
the purpose.
Let's be professional here, ma'am.
It was self-evident that it addressed the issue of the ISO status of the laboratory, which is a fundamental part of any case review. And so it was self-evident. I didn't need any further explanation.
I just want you to quickly confirm that even the PF3 of More Katanga was just volunteered to you. You
Yes.
never requested for it.
Yes,
The indictment was just volunteered to you.
yes,
Okay, let's go. Let's allow court to write. The gunshot residue report was volunteered to you.
it was.
The same with the ballistic report.
Yes,
Even the charge sheet was volunteered to you.
yes.
So, for you as an expert, what had you specifically asked for?
The electropherograms,
That's number one.
the validation.
Let's write that. You had specifically requested for electropherograms.
Electropherograms, all the validation of their process and the
Number
Euroformics, any quality incident investigations,
Euroformics.
Euroformics validation,
Yes.
and the
Let's
validation.
go zero because we have to write.
That's number 3, those are 3.
Yeah, there are 3. Okay. Don't worry, the number won't matter. What else?
So the validation of their process and how they have derived the parameters for Euroformics.
Yes.
Anything
else?
On the electropherograms, it was evident that the
We
scale.
already knew you
No,
asked
the-
for electropherograms.
sorry, this
I'm
is
not looking
different.
for justification.
This is different.
So-
This is additional electropherograms because the scaling I had been provided was inadequate for a full capture of the information present.
What else? Okay, I allow you to complete that. If you say it's different, please.
It is
Can you
different.
state it again for the court?
So this is additional electropherograms where the graphs are correctly sized to the profile, and so I'm not just looking at a blank line as in that negative.
Okay. Where?
So where the sizing was completely wrong on that negative control in the first panel, I needed that to be resized so I could actually see what was in
We
that
are
negative.
listing, don't worry about the justification.
But that's the...
Was that all that you asked?
And then, yeah, that's all the scientific documentation, I believe.
Okay. Again, let's find out for this court. Did you ask those formally or verbally?
They were via email.
I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you to find that email. Why? Because I need to deal with formalities for court.
Me asking.
Can you find that email and tell this court when you addressed that email to KAA?
kandi kino kikaba kumukonyera okurora okwika hali ebyacwiremu bete kikulu muno bingi buntu byetandika ebikiro bingi bya highway akaba atabisabire baitu nibimuhebwa buhebwa mu kugonza okwa ekitongole kino ekya muhaire omulimo.
Are you able to get it, Miss Lynn?
Yes, I am. So it appears that I actually asked for the electropherograms verbally with Ellison.
So let's just get that. So you are clarifying that for the electropherograms,
it must have been verbally during a meeting.
During the
Zoom meeting. Yes, a meeting I had with Ellison.
Yes.
And they were sent to me on the 3rd of September. And then...
just a minute, let's go through. Yes, 3rd September
3rd
2024.
of September, that's correct. And then again on the 3rd of September, this is where I emailed Ellison saying I've gone through the electropherograms and I wonder if we could ask the y-axes on samples, 5 samples, to be lowered please so I can see all the alleles, as the y-axis has been set to the highest peak. And then I also asked whether the lab could reanalyse.
Let's go through, just read slow.
So I also asked if the lab are able to reanalyse the above samples with lower parameters so I can see the threshold confirmed.
You asked whether the lab would be able to reanalyze.
Yes.
Yes.
The samples 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20.
At a lower
parameter.
So that
I can actually determine the designations of the information which was deemed below threshold.
yes.
So that was the reanalysis and the changing of the parameters. That's what I asked for.
Okay.
Was that everything I said? The electropherograms and the validation was discussed just in person with the Euroformics.
No, I will come to validation a little bit.
Okay, so that's regards to the electropherograms and the reanalysis of.
I was going to ask this, but I'm glad you bring it up. And in the UK, it is the practice.
Yes, standard practice.
That where you have doubt in any laboratory findings,
yes,
the first preferred option would be for you to write a protest letter, for lack of a better word, a letter of contestation to ask the lab to re-evaluate areas of contention.
Yes, so if
you confirm that is something that is professionally ideal.
Yes, okay. Yes, we're in constant contact with each other.
Okay. And Ms. Lane, because this is the preferred position, that is why you asked them whether it was possible for the lab to re-evaluate.
Yes.
The testing lab to re-evaluate.
Absolutely, yes.
Did you receive any information that a request was placed to the lab and the re-evaluation could not be done?
No.
The reason you asked for this option as a first option, because it is more confirmatory. Because other than this option, the rest will be speculative. like we have already seen. Is that the reason why you asked
Yes.
that this first option be exercised?
Yes, it's the only way I could see the true
That's
result.
great. My lord, are we on the same page? So you never received any update?
No, I didn't.
Did you demand for a briefing on this, your request, as to why it was not done?
With the scientist or the KAA?
Asked KAA.
No,
if it
I asked the question, can we gain that?
Yeah.
And I hadn't had
You had no answer from them.
an answer, but I know that there
So
were
who
issues.
proposed that you proceed? Okay, let's allow my lord to write that. So, whose idea then was it that you proceed with your desk work evaluation, notwithstanding the fact that no request had been placed to the lab for re-evaluation? Whose idea was it? Because this was your preferred idea.
Yes.
It was not done.
I don't know
You,
if it was.
you nonetheless proceeded with another option.
I
Whose
don't-
decision was it?
I
Proceed
don't
with
know
another
if a
option.
request was made and if a response was made. So if there was discussions that the laboratory were not willing to release any information and therefore no option but to continue.
Okay, but my question is clear, ma'am. As an expert, this is what you preferred
Yes,
and requested.
yes.
It was not done.
I don't know if it
You
was or not.
proceeded with another process altogether.
I don't know.
Whose decision was it to proceed? Yes, my lord.
Does not know
Yes.
If the request was made
Yeah, but
and
no-
then if it was denied.
Precisely, my lord, that is my request. My question, my lord.
But my lord, she also said that there were discussions that the lab was.
Mr. Karuhanga,
That was there.
this court has advised you.
No, you're shouting too much, you're not listening properly. She said there were discussions that the lab was not willing.
My lord, I'm not shouting, but I'm okay.
So you say that you do not know if the request was made
Yes,
Or
and
not.
if it was denied.
yes. But
Exactly.
You don't know if it was denied.
in conversations for various
no,
other
no,
things,
no.
the laboratory have
I wa-
refused to release, and that by that I have no other option but to
So
continue.
were you told that a request was made to the lab for re-evaluation? Is that what you were told?
I don't know if the request was made, but during discussions we told they
you-
refused to release. So I don't know if
You just told this court that you were told that it was refused.
that. No, I don't know if a
I'm
request
sorry,
was
I'm
made.
sorry if
However,
I
in general
misunderstood.
I
conversations,
do not know if the request was made and if it was denied.
Okay.
From conversations with KAA, I was told that the lab
refused to release.
Refused.
But I'd asked for a lot of different things, so I can't pinpoint what.
Just a minute. Yeah, that's okay. Exactly. So, Miss Lynn, and it's okay if it never happened. Were you given any formal request that KAA had made to the testing lab for re-evaluation?
I haven't seen any. No.
By any chance, were you given a formal refusal by the lab to
I-
re-evaluate?
I've had no contact with the laboratory at all.
No, I'm asking about you.
No,
and KAA.
I've seen no written document.
Okay. So that was the first meeting on Zoom.
I can't.
Now,
I can't remember.
after that, no. I'm just refreshing your mind that I'm leaving events of the first meeting. So you say you had subsequent meetings.
Yes,
How many?
I can't recall. We've
Okay.
had numerous meetings throughout the time.
Numerous. Could they?
Numerous meetings, phone calls.
Numerous.
As-
Okay,
as
we shall come to
expected.
the phone calls about the meetings.
Yes.
I appreciate it may not be possible for you to know exact number.
No.
Could they be 20?
No, not as many as that.
Not as many as that?
No.
10?
No, less than that.
Sorry?
Less than that.
Less than 10?
Yeah.
About how many?
I am speculating now.
It's okay. We are okay.
Minority.
We are okay because your very report, you realized that you've told us it's okay to speculate in science. Science is full of speculation.
This isn't science, though. This is.
So about how many meetings?
I'd
This should
say
be simple.
Less than 5, but that.
So less than 5 would mean
Physical.
3 or 4.
Well, we.
Because you said several, numerous. Now
So-
it's less than 5.
It depends on the time frame. When I came over, when I was due to give evidence the first
No.
time,
I'm talking
there
about
were at least three there.
Pre-report meetings. You told us you had
Pre-report, okay.
several case conference meetings.
Yes.
Those are the ones I'm referring to.
I'd say probably maybe 5.
About 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And the phone calls?
Just phone calls throughout, as would be expected of a case of this nature.
Yeah, of course. I'm not faulting you.
I couldn't tell you.
About how many?
I honestly couldn't
Was
tell
it
you.
regular?
We had
For
regular
avoidance of-
contact, yes.
You had regular contact?
Regular contact,
Okay.
as I'd expect.
I just now want you to confirm to court that in all these 5 or so meetings, you were receiving progressive briefs on the progress of this case.
Not The first meeting was the vast majority of the information. Subsequently, it was more about me.
Miss Lynn, I already left that.
So that was
I
the-
want to save. I want to save on that time.
Yeah, but
The first meeting we
the
have
first
left.
meeting
Now I'm
was
talking
very
about
much the bulk of the information. Subsequent meetings were very much me, maybe educating is the wrong word, but training them in DNA profiling. We spent an awful lot of time.
Okay. So now, Miss Lynn, in addition to you doing an evaluative report as an expert, you were also training defense counsel in DNA profiling.
Yes, I was.
Was this a distinct engagement, or it was part of your general instructions in this case review?
It was general to aid the understanding of DNA by counsel.
Yes, I'm actually aware, and it is actually true, isn't it, that part of these training meetings were for purposes of preparation of the defense team to cross-examine PW8, the DNA analyst.
Yes, they needed
Right.
a help, yes,
Perfect.
as I would ordinarily
Perfect.
do. Yes. Yes,
I'm
do
not
it regularly.
faulting you. I just
Yes.
want information for
Yes,
court.
yes, it's standard.
Well, avoid saying it's standard.
It's incredibly
Uh,
common at home that I will aid
We're
the
in
council
Uganda.
understand.
I'm just telling you to be careful because this is Uganda. Maybe slightly different from UK. So
You can't tell the witness to avoid her answer.
standard. Yet we are progressing well.
You can't say avoid those answers. No. Then why are you asking?
Now about the phone calls,
Yes,
several.
yes.
They were also aimed at discussing the progressive events in the case.
Primarily, they were to give updates on when my report was needed, And
Okay, that can't be all the time.
to kick
But I agree.
Well, to kick
So-
me up the backside to actually get it written.
Sorry?
To kick me up the backside to actually get it written. It took me quite a long time to write it, so a lot of it was following up on where my report was.
We already know that your report with all the documents would take you a month.
Linear, yes,
Yeah.
but unfortunately I got delayed by other cases at home. So the majority of the phone calls were, is your report ready?
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't a progressive changing of opinion or anything. It was just following up where the report was.
It's okay. I hope you know that my duty is just to ask you questions.
No, I know.
So please, whatever answer you give to court is good. Okay? So, you already told this court when my colleague asked you that this was a paid engagement,
Yes,
which is perfectly.
yes.
What we want to establish on record is that this payment was made directly to you.
To my company, yes. But all the time I've spent giving evidence, I'm doing pro bono. So there's no charge. For every time I've been in Uganda, there's no charge.
So you're saying that your instructions did not include you making a report and appearing in court to testify?
The payment ended at the report, and I agreed that every time I testified or was in Uganda, I would do pro bono, so no charge.
Unfortunately, your company has no written engagements.
No, there was
So
an
we-
agreement on the initial
we can't.
work, but then my company.
The instructions ended at the report, right?
That's correct.
Everything after that was
Was pro bono, yes.
Let's put in some names. So, Ms. Lynn, the other thing we want you to confirm to court that all of this unsolicited information from KAA was given to you before you completed your analysis.
Yes, as is standard.
Okay. Don't worry whether it's standard or not. We shall have another opportunity. Other than the letter, the other ISO letter, was any information given to you, any other information given to you in 2025?
I've covered all the receipt of information. So the letter was shown in 2026, March 26.
I mean 2026.
Yes.
2026. Sorry.
No new information's been provided subsequent to then.
Okay. So just for avoidance of doubt, other than the letter of ISO, you received basically all of the documents by the 9th of September 2024.
Yes. Yeah, everything came in quickly, yeah.
Quickly. Okay.
Are they, yeah,
You-
September
you-
24, yes.
You want to change the position?
No. I just clarified reading the email, sorry.
Okay, I want you to again tell this court. Do you have an idea about what is called the process map?
No, I'm not aware.
In forensic handling?
No, I'm not aware of that phrase.
You don't know?
Not that phrase, no. Is there a description you can?
Don't assume that I don't know what I'm asking. I'm sorry. It is a process map.
We don't use
You
that
have
phrase.
no idea what it is.
We don't use that phrase, but I don't know if we do the same thing.
Marod, process map, like map of Uganda. Process map. So, in your entire handling of this assignment, you never developed a process map.
We don't use that term at all, so I'm not sure in what context that means.
Sorry? My Lord, at this stage, I just wanted her to confirm that she didn't know.
I don't use that term, sorry.
Okay, you don't use it?
I don't use it, but I don't know the mechanic. It could be I do it, but we term it something differently. I don't know. I'd need to know what actually is the process.
It's okay.
That you're referring to.
When we resume, I would be taking you to your code of practice.
Yes.
And we shall cover that area.
Okay.
My Lord, in interpretation.
KATANGA maiso okuwonde okwalimu ebisisani ebyamasanyalaze kandi bino babirikaija by'okwezi bisatu kwezi kwa kana omwaka gwa 2024 ogwo nayenda kumanya ekitala nibakeberire okutera bisobola garukamu okukebera luno okwetegereza ebyo bakeberire ebipimo bya hansi basobole okutegereza okubatungire ebyo bayiniremu omukebera kandi okulukalala ebyo baleke kutunga ekikyona ekikwata hali ekiyasabire kandi akamanye okusaba kukuraba kwabere kwitirwe omukicweka kino kandi yakatuwize nabo bakamugabire ekikyona
availability. Instead of 23rd, we take 24th.
24th is what?
Friday. 24th next week. Instead of 23rd. The third is the Thursday.
It's full.
24th, yes. I already have the fixed matter in corruption, yeah. It would have been okay with us, but yes. And Mr. Kaveda, you are part of this matter. You just forget me. No, we have the 20th, 21st, and 24th.
We have
23rd.
21st and
23rd.
Yes. But swapping 23rd to 24th, but the prosecution is not available. So we could instead give an extra week and an extra day, then it is the same.
In the week of, my lord?
27.
Then
How are you looking for it? Before we break off? I don't know what
Yes.
going on.
27 is not there for me.
Anna is going to do exams.
This one is for me.
Week of 27, you're not available.
For me, I'm actually I've scheduled it.
I don't know if we bring it from 23rd to 22nd. See what then we have available. Instead of adjourning the highway, whether we can push so that we get that time and then Monday we finish early and then we go to Sunday so that we make sure Monday we finish. Because we have the rest of the time now. So we can even, my road, if they can't continue for now, and if we can't read that's an hour, then my road, let's begin 8 earlier. Because now we begin at 10.
We can begin early, my lord.
Monday.
Every day.
So my road, then let's begin.
We can begin early on Monday.
Monday, we begin 8 in the morning. So we'll begin early. So that we finish, make sure that from you can see the 8 o'clock on Monday.
9.
We don't want 8 continue now.
Jed wants to proceed.
Let's start
My lord,
Monday as early as possible, at least earlier than our.
So I don't know what to do. When you fix time before you
We have to work from 9 will be here, my lord.
We're telling you,
Okay, 9.
we have fixed the far. And we don't mind. This is the problem.
So can we say Monday start?
At 9.
9 sharp, yes. Let's be here, it's 9 sharp.
Your worship, have you been caught so long that the skirt is losing?
Wait. The weight is disappearing.
Is it our problem?